You're going to jail. 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 You're going to jail.
You know, you're getting arrested. No bail for Puff Daddy. Welcome and welcome back to my channel, guys. This is your girl Pebbles. Thank you for always coming back to watch me. It is a pleasure having you here with me. If you are new, consider subscribing to my channel. And for my favorite people, don't forget to smash that like button and leave your comments in the comment section. I love engaging with you. Anyway, let's get into it. Tonight, the topic in New York is hot and it is trending all over the world. And this is something outside of my niche, but I will react on it. Okay? My favorite people, I know you will still hit that like button and you will still view my video. Tonight, the topic is about Sean P. Diddy Combs. They got him. They got him, guys. Finally, Sean P. Diddy Combs is arrested, okay? Sean P. Diddy Combs was arrested last night at one of my favorites and one of my popular hangout spots. The luxury hotel, the Park Hyatt Hotel in a Midtown Manhattan right next to Central Park. So apparently, as we all know, Sean P. Diddy Combs has been trending since last year for all the wrong reasons. And I already did a reaction on Sean P. Diddy Combs earlier this year when they raided his house in Miami. Yes, I did. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch it because I explained my experience with Sean P. Diddy Combs, how I went for an internship interview at the Bad Boy Entertainment, how I met Sean P. Diddy Combs, and yada, yada, yada. Okay? I am not going to go over all of that again. I will just talk about what happened to Sean P. Diddy Combs since last night. So apparently he was arrested at the Park Hyatt Hotel, and since last year we know he has been trending for the wrong reason. His ex-girlfriend, Cassie, sued him last year and he settled within 24 hours. And after that, it was an avalanche of other people coming forward with lawsuits and to tell their stories of what happened to them during their time knowing P. Diddy or Puff Daddy or whatever you guys want to call him. His bodyguards have come forward to talk about certain things that he did on the down low, certain things that he did behind closed doors. And of course, when that happens, what do you think is going to follow next? The feds. Yes, the feds came knocking. And earlier this year, March or June, they raided P. Diddy house and collected a lot of evidence. So what happened to P. Diddy last night when he was arrested, this was nothing new to him. It was not a surprise to him. He knew that one day, pretty soon after that raid, he will be going to jail. He would be going to jail. He knew that. And it was one of the reasons, allegedly, why he came to New York, so that he can turn himself in or make the arrest a bit easier versus them dragging him out of his house. He preferred if they dragged him out of a hotel or they did some sort of negotiation where he can turn himself in and, avoid the embarrassment. But they refused to allow him to turn himself in, I am assuming. So they went for him last night. It was supposed to happen today, but somehow they changed their mind. The Fed changed their mind and they went to the hotel and dragged him out of bed. I think they wanted to embarrass him, but also I think they went in the night because they didn't want a lot of commotion in that hotel. It's a very exclusive, very nice hotel. So anyway, let's get into the details about what happened, okay? Let's get into the details. What do we know at this moment? Music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs was arrested yesterday at the Park Hyatt Hotel on West 57th Street. In a federal indictment unsealed today, Combs was charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage prostitution. The charges are tied to a freak-offs. Freak-offs. This is labeled freak-off, guys, and I will explain what this freak-off is later on in this video. Coerced sex acts, and Combs allegedly orchestrated and recorded these acts. Imagine. So I am assuming when his house got raided in Florida earlier this year, they confiscated a whole lot of evidence. They came out of that house with boxes and boxes of evidence because it is alleged that this guy recorded everything that went down in these freak-offs parties. And he used to have a lot of these freak-off parties. He recorded everything, so it's all there on records. This guy has no escape out of this. The evidence is too strong against him for him to escape this jail time. This guy is finished. He is done, done, done. P. Diddy is gone. An attorney for Sean Combs said today he plans to plead not guilty. So today meaning Tuesday, because he was arrested Monday night. So Tuesday, his attorney said he planned to plead not guilty, and he did because, you know, it's already night when I'm recording this video, so Tuesday night. So he pled not guilty. He pled not guilty today. And they said that he will try to fight these charges. Now, we know Sean P. Diddy Combs is no stranger to being accused of certain things, including crime, okay? But for some reason, he always finds a way to get himself out of this mess. For example, remember when they had the shooting at the restaurant or the club many, many, many moons ago when he was dating Jennifer Lopez? And allegedly, he was involved. Allegedly. But he somehow wiggled himself out of it, and someone else from Central America took the fall and went to jail. Spent a lot of years in jail. When he was released, he went back to Belize, his country, and he became a politician. Now that guy is living a very good life in Belize as a politician. I think his name is Shine or Sheen. Shine. His name is Shine. Somehow Puff Daddy, like I said, wiggled himself out of that. He had a lot of people in his pocket. I heard, you know, whenever he did certain things, he would just allegedly pay people off to keep their mouth shut or threaten them to keep their mouth shut. And this is what happens when you are powerful and you have a lot of money. Then you have a lot of people in your pocket. But nothing lasts forever. What goes on in the dark, what do they say, will come out into the light. And this is what is happening to P. Diddy right now. So let's continue. Combs has faced a wave of lawsuits since his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, sued him and won. He has faced a wave of lawsuits from other women because when Cassie sued him, that just triggered like an avalanche, and many women came out to say that he also did these horrible things to them. Remember what happened to Bill Cosby when one woman came forward, and then it was like, the ripple effect where a lot of people started coming forward. It's the same thing that is happening to P. Diddy, but a lot of these women have proof. Remember what happened to Cassie? A lot of people doubted her and they said that she only wanted money. But people started believing her because of how quickly he settled outside of court and how much money she got from him. Also, a video was later released of him abusing Cassie at a hotel, and that's when everyone started believing Cassie and started believing that this has been going on for a while and that this has been happening to other women as well. So he lost all credibility when this video was released. Apparently, someone was hiding this video, but after Cassie came out and talked about what happened to her, they released the video. Someone perhaps was being paid off allegedly to hide this evidence, but suddenly this evidence came to light. And this is how he was, keeping people mouth shut so that he can continue doing his wrongdoings. This guy is something else. Let me tell you how bad this guy was. Let me tell you all the dirt that this guy was hiding. When they raided his house in Miami, they found, like I told you, they found boxes and boxes of stuff, things that was used, like perhaps he had a dungeon in his house or something, allegedly. Yes, guys, a dungeon, imagine, allegedly. Or somewhere where he did all these sex acts to these women and or had these freak off parties. They found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and KY gel. Now tell me, oh my God, what was this man doing with 1,000 bottles of KY gel and baby oil? This sounds like this man was sick. He was sick. Imagine. He doesn't have a storefront where he's selling baby oil. As far as I know, this guy was selling alcohol and clothing line. You don't make alcohol and clothes with baby oil. No, you don't. Right now I'm wearing baby oil. Okay? If you see my chest shiny like this, it's baby oil. I put baby oil on my skin a lot so that I can be soft like a baby. So, it's
sort of a lubricant, lubricated.
Okay? So what do you think he was using baby oil for? Take a guess and leave your comments in the comment section. I am waiting. Oh my goodness. Whew. They also found narcotics, allegedly. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, this guy fall from grace because of all that freaky stuff that they're into, because of money and power, and because he wanted to control people. He fell from grace. So today in court, Combs was also described as the boss of a year-long criminal enterprise that threatened and abused women, coercing them to participate against their will in drug-fueled orgies with male prostitutes and threatening them with violence or the loss of financial support if they refuse. So a lot of these people were like upcoming artists, you know, who he mentored. And, you know, if they didn't give in to him, then all he had to do, remember I told you he's a very powerful guy. All he had to do was just make a phone call and they would be done. And because these people don't want their career ruined, they just go ahead and do whatever he said. It's like having a boss holding your paycheck over your head. So that's basically what he was doing, like dangling all these things over their head. And if they didn't give in to him, then he just ruined their lives completely. Okay. The 14-page indictment against Mr. Combs, a producer, record executive, and performer who is also known as Diddy and Puff Daddy, includes 3 counts of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Prosecutors said that to commit these acts, Mr. Combs and his employees engaged in kidnapping, forced labor, arson, and bribery, and kept firearms at ready. He is going down. That's how many counts they have on this guy. And I think the most serious one is kidnapping. Kidnapping is the most serious one, which could, you know, earn him life in prison. Prosecutors asked a magistrate judge to hold Mr. Combs without bail, saying that he was dangerous and poses an ongoing threat to the safety of the community, citing the threats of violence outlined in indictment and weapons found in raids on his home in March, including AR-15 style rifles. What was that guy doing with guns like that? Come on. Well, in Miami, I think certain guns you can have in your home. I don't know about an AR-15 rifle, if that's legal. Mr. Combs, who is 54 years old, was expected to appear for arraignment later Tuesday in Manhattan. The racketeering charges against Mr. Combs carries a maximum sentence of life in prison. A sex trafficking conviction would carry a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years. Although he has long trailed by accusations of violence, he was largely unscratched, like I said. They couldn't touch him for all these years. This has been going on allegedly since 2008. This freakum thing, freakum parties and all this stuff has been going on since 2008, and no one could touch him. One woman opened her mouth. That's all it took. One woman to open her mouth and stand up for herself, whether or not people were going to believe her. And she knew that some people would not believe her, but she stood up for herself. And that's all it took. One person to take someone down from that high horse that they are on. And haven't we been talking about this over and over and over in our reaction? Haven't we been saying this over and over in our reaction about the people who we react on? We have. His business empire began to crumble as a federal investigation swirled around him. Now this reminds me of R. Kelly. You know, P. Diddy, you and R. Kelly can make music in jail because that's what's going to happen. Oh, yes. Now, the feds of the Southern District of New York, they don't play. You know, they gather their evidence. And once the feds of the Southern District of New York move in on you, you know that this is something serious. Now move on to today, because I'm doing this Tuesday night. It is said that earlier today, Sean P. Diddy Combs, which is Tuesday, today is Tuesday night, so earlier today, Sean P. Diddy Combs' attorney proposed bail, or was asking for bail for his client. And in that proposal, they offered $50 million bail. They offered his house in Miami. They offered his mother house. They offered to put up all his family passport, which is his 7 children, even the baby. Because remember, he just had a baby, I think 3 years ago, with a Mzungu. While he was dating another girl, he got someone else pregnant. So they all offered to put up their passport because they didn't want the judge to, or the prosecutor to think that he would be a flight risk. So they were trying to say, listen, I am going to give you everything. I am giving you my mama. I'm giving you my children. I'm giving you everything. Just let me out of jail tonight. Let me go home. Please, I am begging you. I will wear the ankle bracelet. Okay, I am not going to go to Bali like Russell Simmons. And you won't be able to extradite me back to America. Allegedly. I am giving up everything. I am not running. I will stay here and I'll fight these charges. So they offered all these things that was in their bail proposal from his attorney, but it was denied. And this is why I'm wearing my orange tonight, because Puff Daddy is in jail and he is not getting bail.
Lock his ass up, lock his ass up. You're going to jail. 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 You're going to jail.
You know, you're getting arrested. No bail for Puff Daddy. He's going down. That is it. They don't know how speedy this trial will be. It can take a while. So Puff Daddy will be spending, I think, the rest of his life in jail. I just want to proudly point out that the prosecuting attorney, Damian Williams, was born to Jamaicans from Westmoreland. He is the first Black U.S. attorney for the Southern District. Yay for Jamaica. Boy, you're going down. Jamaicans don't play. Honestly, don't think that he can wiggle himself out of this one. I don't think that he can bribe anyone to get out of this. You know, I mean, this is disgusting just to think about all the baby oil and the lubricant that they found in his compound. 1,000 bottles. Oh, God. Now, what I'm thinking is, if they found videotapes of what happened at these freaking parties, I am imagining there will be other people who will also be going to jail. And some big people, I am not going to call names because you all are not going to cause me to get sued. But you know, one of them starts with J. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I can't say his name, but we all know. Those people used to be at Puff Daddy's all-white party in the Hamptons. They used to be at all his parties wherever, and apparently it used to go down at those parties. Trust and believe that it used to go down. And some of these people are, you know, mega millionaires, rich people. This is why when there are women out there searching, oh, I want me a rich boyfriend. I need me a man with money. I want me a rich boyfriend. I want me a rich boyfriend. These are some of the things that men like this is into. Are you willing to do these things? Imagine that this man brought in prostitutes from abroad and from other states to wherever he had the freaking parties to sleep with his girlfriend. Yes. Or to sleep with his significant other, whoever he was with at the time. Imagine. These are some of the freaky shit that these men are into. Forgive my French. It is. And there are women out there talking about, I want a rich man. If I can't find a rich man, I don't want anybody else. I'm just looking for a rich guy. So it's all about money and not about character. I don't care all the good deeds that he did before. Once you do one bad deed, that's it. You are done. You are done. And it is alleged that his mama is to be blamed because she, when he used to do wrongdoings, she never chastised him. She just let him do whatever he wanted. And he's a mama's boy. I don't know what they're going to do because they're going to seize all his assets. All of his assets will be seized, and I am thinking that perhaps he secretly gift a lot of things because 3 years ago he gifted his mother $1 million for her, was it her 80th birthday? He gifted her $1 million and a Rolls Royce. So I am pretty sure that he knows that, hey, I am going to go down just like R. Kelly. So I am going to just gift my kids and gift my mama and gift my cousins and everybody some money. A lot of things, because they're going to come for him and they're going to seize every single thing that he has owned. In fact, he was trying to offload of his airplane. He was trying to offload some of his houses, but somehow these things were not being sold. They're still sitting there. So, hey, who knows what's going to happen? He's not getting out of jail at all. He's not getting bail. They denied him bail. They denied P. Diddy bail. So he's not getting out of jail. So don't look to see him on the streets anytime soon. I'm glad that I didn't do my internship with him. Well, maybe I'm not glad because perhaps I'd be able to be suing right now. I'm making some money. No, I did not accept that internship with Puff Daddy. And Shenzia, that guy had eyes on Shenzia, our own Jamaican girl, Shenzia. But Shenzia didn't really pay attention to him. And I know I saw a video where this man was staring Shenzia from up to down. And Shenzia just walked by him at a party. I'm not sure if it was his party or whose party it was. If it was Jay-Z's party. And Shenzia just didn't pay him any attention. I'm really glad that she didn't. Perhaps, she realized what he was up to. And that's one of the reasons why she did not. Cat Williams said, I remember Cat Williams said on Shay Shay that 2014 is going to be the year when everything will be revealed. And Cat Williams talked about all this stuff. That guy is a prophet. Cat Williams, you are a prophet, my friend, because you talked about all of this. You talked about all what happened at these parties because you knew what happened at these parties. And a lot of those people, you said that you didn't sell your soul. A lot of those people sold their soul to people like Sean P. Diddy Combs, and you didn't. And you stood tall. I know you're short, but you stood tall and you were able to talk about it, without anyone being able to say, no, you were there, or you having to be worried right now that you're going to be on videotape. I can guarantee you that there are some people in their bathrooms right now because they are so nervous. When you're nervous, when you're nervous in your tummy, like bubbling? Yes. Some people are shaking in their boots right now. Some big people, big executives are shaking in their boots right now because this is going to open a can of worms. With all those videotapes, it's going to open a can of worms. There may be more people who will be indicted pretty soon because of all of this. I can tell you that, okay? Listen to this. The Southern District conviction rate is 99%. 99%. So if the Southern District conviction rate is 99%, do you think P. Diddy is getting out? Leave your comment in the comment section. And by the way, please, my regular people, tell me who do you think is similar to P. Diddy that we are very familiar with? Who? Of all the charges that they are putting on P. Diddy, sex trafficking, slaving, bringing people from overseas for sex, coercing people, all that kind of stuff. Who does this remind you of? I hope they watch this video. I hope that person is watching this video and know that what goes on in the dark will come to light, and they better stop their dirty ways, because at some point in life these things come back to you. You only get away with your dirty deeds for so long. It does not go on forever. You can fall from grace at any time. At any time. We don't know when. It only takes one thing. One thing. So live a good life. Live a pure life. Make sure your heart is clean. Stop doing evil. Stop being wicked. Stop being a liar. Stop abusing people's children for your own good, your own satisfaction. Live a better life. Stop living dirty lives. Stop it. And yes, you all know who I am talking to, okay? In the Yabahanze village. I am not going to finish this reaction unless I call their name. Come for me if you guys want. Come for me. But this could be that person. And don't think that because you live in Africa, you are immune to this. Okay? They can hold on to you crossing borders into another country. They can. So be careful. Be careful what you do, because it doesn't stay in the dark forever. That's all I'm going to leave you guys with. Thank you for watching and have a great night. Bye-bye.